Welcome to episode 3 of our series on Carl Gustav Jung. Psyche is a Greek word which means soul or spirit. The word psychology originally meant the study of the psyche. Today it means the science that deals with the human mind and behaviour. So there's been a large shift in understanding. Science today has almost eliminated the idea of soul. It's been banished from the academy. But things are not always what they seem to be. Soul concepts flourish no matter what the academy said or did. For example, soul was Black America's secular gospel of music. When they sang, the psyche was centre stage. And soul never went away in analytical psychology. Carl Gustav Jung, the founder of the discipline, gave a startling insight, quote, "We must read the Bible or we shall not understand psychology," unquote. He draws not only on the Bible, however, he also brings into play the Gnostic religions. These were around and after the time of Christ. And for Jung, the alchemists also. Turning lead into gold was the alchemist's metaphor. Theirs was the power to transmute knowledge itself. Agree or disagree, for Jung, all this is to be read alongside Scripture. But what can't be dispensed with is the Bible itself. That's our starting point for discussion of the soul. Jung was convinced by the power and relevance of the Christian myths, but he was far from impressed by the church. He called it a misery institute. Many a son or daughter similarly raised in a pastor's home might well agree. Jung's concept of the soul turns out to be very broad and deep, but he certainly didn't want it associated with church doctrine, nor did he want it identified as mystical experience. For him, the royal road to the soul was through dreams and the unconscious mind. With all that in mind, what is the psyche in Jung's terms? The psyche consists of a personal and a collective unconscious. The great archetypes inhabit this collective unconscious. And there's an obvious personal consciousness, sometimes called the ego. In order to make social adjustments, we must display a variety of faces. In different social contexts, we put on these different faces. Jung called them the persona, or masks. And finally, there's the sexual element, the anima if you are male, the animus if you're female. But there is a spectrum from anima to animus. It's not one or the other. It's by no means sharply divided. When all of these are viewed as a whole, we have Jung's concept of the self. We also have its opposite, the shadow. Our self comes to the surface as personal conscious awareness. Our shadow all the while remains hidden in the unconscious realm. The emotional interplay of all these qualia is our soul. All of this needs a very careful unpacking, but in Jung's description of the psyche is a new universe of understanding. I first began thinking about it and discussing with church members more than 30 years ago. For all of us, it was like someone was shining a new light on Christianity. For me personally, it gave rise to a new way of doing ministry and being a Christian minister. And the light keeps on shining. Do join me in more episodes as we explore over the next 5 weeks what Jung meant by those terms. Subscribe for notification of the videos. They're posted each Wednesday at 2000 hours. If you're interested in interacting and learning with our Six Senses community, register at the website. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.